Welcome back to the Marketing Ninja Podcast with Manuel Suarez, CEO of attention-grabbing media and author of #1 bestseller, Marketing Magic.
The best way to build an organic brand is with a personal brand. People trust other people more than they trust brands. Organic content versus paid content. They're both important. Maybe some of you might be more appropriate for you to just be doing organic content while you get things structured. But some of you might be ready to do paid advertising, and maybe you don't even know if you should be paying advertising or you should be just trying to go the organic route. Here are the highlights of when you want to use organic content. When you have education to give out, that's organic content. Entertainment, inspiration. These are the three main categories of organic content. When you go to Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and Pinterest or whatever, if you're giving education, entertainment, or inspiration, that is organic content. And just like a garden, when you're planting vegetables, they grow with time. You got to understand that taking care of that organic garden is the same way. You got to go and water it. You got to take care of it. You got to communicate with the people that are commenting, they're sending you messages. That's basically taking care of it until it eventually becomes very important. It does not happen every night. It doesn't happen very fast all the time. Some people grow fast, some people grow a little bit slower, but just in the end, just realize that everybody that has a big following today, no matter how many they have, like I have somewhere around 100 and something followers on all my social media platforms today. It took me several years to get to the point that I have attention from people that I can actually educate them and inspire them and maybe eventually get them to trust me along the way. It doesn't happen overnight, but everybody, absolutely everybody, whether your name is Mr. Beast, Dr. Berg, Frank Suarez, it doesn't matter what your name is, at some point you had 0 and then you got your first follower. Important to understand that road. So now, what is the purpose of organic content? Build community, exclusively to build community, because eventually that community is going to do something for you, and that community is going to help you to produce revenue for your business. You want to educate, inspire, and entertain because you're building trust, and by building trust, you're building community. What is the difference between organic and paid? There are many businesses that actually have created massive companies with organic, NaturalSlim being one of them. I do not need paid. I do paid right now because I want to grow, and I'll explain to you what else I want to do with it, but I live off of organic. Other companies, like there's another one which is a great case study that you can take a look at called Glossier. This is a makeup brand, massive brand. If you've actually been in the USA to one of these stores, like for example, let's say you go to New York, you go to Glossier in New York, they have a line of people waiting to get in. They are built in organic content. That's what built them. A lot of people sharing on social media, using their products, talking about their products, testimonials being shared. They did not really put a lot of attention on paid. So paid advertising, what is it good at? Promotion, testimonials, lead magnets, also known as lead generation. And what is the purpose of paid ads? Converting. You want to get people to take that next step of that journey with you. You want to get people to get out of social media and get into your list, get into your world, commit to maybe eventually buying your products and services. And that is the end goal of that. There are companies that are built just on paid advertising, and they have done really well with it. In my opinion, there is a lot more, and this is from years of experience in the industry of marketing, there is a lot more sustainability and power with organic than with paid. But the real magic, when you really do this right, is when you are able to do them both in combination. So a good company that has done a really brilliant paid strategy, there's a couple of them actually. There's one called the Dollar Shave Club.
Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors?
You might have heard about that company before. They actually, from 0 to a $1 billion exit in 4 years with a paid ad strategy. What did they do? What made them special? What made them stand out? How were they able to do that? There's another big brand that did really well with that called Organifi. They do some really good paid advertising strategy. They've grown into massive numbers just with paid advertising. So what is the thing that they focus on when you are doing a paid advertising strategy? High quality content. What do I mean by that? You got to create that piece of content or those 10 pieces of content that you can just go and push advertising dollars behind. Once one of them catches fire, off to the races. So when you're thinking about investing money on creating content, the organic side, it's like this. I'm creating content organically here for you to give you value. This is just more of a raw production. I have a whiteboard, I have a couple of cameras, I have some lights. It's not a big deal. When you're doing something, when it comes to paid advertising, that you want to create one piece that actually takes off, this is going to cost a lot more money. Humor, making them laugh, attention grabbing, making it interest. I'm putting a lot of attention on doing some of these things. They take more time to create. They take more creative minds to put together. But when you hit a home run with those, you can go and go and go. One video mostly is responsible for the dollar paid ad strategy. One video, very well made, that probably cost them a lot of money. I would say upwards $100,000 to put together something like this. That one video was able to produce a company that went from 0 to $1 billion in exit, just to prove that particular point right there. The other thing that the paid ad strategy focus on really well is the funnel and the offer. You gotta have a really good funnel, because when they come in, meaning what is that road for somebody to come in and buy your products, and what are you upselling, cross-selling, downselling, and so on. When they come in, you better turn that advertising spend into as much order value as possible. When you do this correctly, that initial 1-to-1 ad ratio, meaning that you put $1, you get $1 back, right? The ROI, return on investment, could become 1-to-4, 1-to-3, 1-to-5 if you put a good funnel behind it, meaning that you put $1 and it brings you $5 back. Some people have done this very successfully. For example, selling books. You take a book like this and Marketing Magic, and you put an offer called the free plus shipping offer, in which you give the book for free. And people are like, wow, really? You're gonna give me the book for free? All I gotta do is pay for the shipping? That is so nice of you. It's so sweet of you. You see how marketing is perception and not reality? It's not that the creator wants to give out his book. He just knows that he has a really good funnel behind. So they come in, they say, yes, of course, give me the free book. I'll pay you the $10, $15 in shipping. But then the upsells begin, and they make that funnel make sense. Call to actions have to be strong in those videos. They have to be very, very, very strong over here, because if you don't have those call to actions strong, those videos, those ads will not perform well. So that's basically what makes a paid ad strategy successful. So what are the elements of an organic strategy that really works? Engage community. You have to be able to engage with your content. You have to be able to jump in there, answer DMs, comments, questions, interactions. If you leave a comment on this video, I'm gonna do everything that I can to jump in there and answer as fast as possible. User-generated content. User-generated content. You get other people, you get excitement like Glossier did, to have them post their videos on social media about what their experience is with me, with you, with your brand, with whatever you have going on. Some of the most successful strategies that I've ever done are organic. I did a campaign back in 2021, in the middle of COVID, in the middle of the pandemic. I talk about that in my book, Marketing Magic, in which I gave away a little piece of my course. And I said to people, hey, listen, this course is sold for $2,000. I'm gonna give it to you for free, just because together we're stronger. If you help me spread the word, I'll give you access for free. And then these people went to social media and started posting on social media like crazy. We actually brought in tens of thousands of leads in a matter of a couple of weeks, just because I was able to use the organic power, the community that I had in that particular time and place. So here's very important point right here. quantity of content is more important than quality of content. Very important point. When we're talking about organic content, you want to talk about volume of content. Perfect example, my brand NaturalSlim. We post 3,000 times a month. This is a 9-figure-a-year brand. 3,000 times a month. How do we post so much? Because we don't paralyze over quality. If we did paralyze over quality, we would not be posting as much. A lot of you have that problem. You want to have perfection. I don't want to have perfection. I want to have volume. I understand the opportunity that this world is giving me right now to be able to spread my message in social media, go out there and capture attention in these platforms by pressing a few buttons without having to spend a single penny in advertising. It is a very unique opportunity, and that's part of the organic power. So you got to understand that organic is about quantity and not about quality. You want numbers, lots of people, and lots of opportunities to connect with them. Instagram stories, Instagram reels, Facebook stories, Facebook reels, Facebook posts, Facebook feed, you name it. You want as many possible placements as humanly possible. And then very important, the best way to build an organic brand is with a personal brand. There is no better way to do so. People trust other people more than they trust brands. You want to build this long term. You want to build a legacy. You want to be like my father, that 4 years after he passed, he's reaching more people today than he did before he passed. That's built with authenticity and with transparency. You want to be transparent. You want to be who you are. You want to get in front of the cameras. You want to talk about who you are, why you do what you do, and you want to build a community and connect with human beings. So you have to choose which path do you want to take. Do you want to go organic? Or do you want to go paid?
Hey, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, go ahead, leave us a review and subscribe to tune in for future episodes. And if you're looking for a team that'll go above and beyond for you and your brand, go to talktoaninja.com today.